First off, we want to test and see if your tensioner is defective. If it has more than a 1/4 inch play at the tip of it, then it's probably defective. How we're going to do this is we're going to grab a 24 inch 3/8 extension. We're going to stick it down inside the valve cover with the oil neck off, and we're going to move this back and forth. Yours is not going to move as far as this one does. In this demonstration, I have the tensioner completely removed. And this is how you let pressure off of the chain so you can insert the tensioner. But it also works as a checker for the tensioner as well. And when I did this check, the tensioner was completely removed. However, this test will work with the tensioner installed without you having to remove an ass load of stuff other than your oil neck, as long as you got one of the older version of these 3.0s. So the thought is, if you can move that pry bar or extension a little bit, you know, this far, that tensioner probably no cuarto. Hey folks, what's going on? My name's Clay with the YouTube The Clay Way here in Muskegon, Western Grand Rapids, Michigan. And today we're going to change a tensioner on a Sprinter van. Sorry to start you off in the middle of this project, but my initial intention was to be doing this and do it straight to start to finish on this van right here. On this van right here. Wherever that van is at. So look down in the description below if you want to know how to get this front bumper cover off and this headlight out. It's going to make it a lot simpler. Okay, so before I devised this setup that I'm about to show you here, I had stripped out the hole for the tensioner because I didn't let tension off of the arm, the guide arm, the chain guide arm, and I stripped it out because I was trying to push and turn at the same time, and I couldn't push and turn at the same time. So I had to devise this method to hold that guide back out of my way so I could insert my tensioner. Easiest thing I found is a 24 inch 3/8 extension. Works very well. Tap that tensioner hole out if you make the same mistake, or maybe you made this mistake before you watch this video. You're going to use a 24 millimeter by 1.5 tap. You're going to put grease up in the flutes right here, and then that'll catch the fine shavings, but I don't know that you're going to have to worry so much about that because it's up on an angle. Okay, so on your older model 3.0s, you're going to be able to stick an extension right down inside here. And when you get that tensioner, you're going to see that little gear move right there. Then you're going to take, and I'm going to drill a hole in here and hold this with the zip tie because I'm by myself. If you had somebody, you could just have them hold the pressure up against there as you inserted your tensioner down into here. Now I've got enough pressure off of there, should be able to insert my tensioner. Now I can happily say my tensioner is finally in its home. I just got to torque it down. Now I've set mine to 55 Newton meters. I've got a 3-inch extension along with the 6-inch extension, so 9 inches, and I torqued her down. Okay, if y'all are anything like me, you've often thought to yourself, I'm not freaking taking that off because I know this will be simpler. Then to do something for 2.5 hours to only realize you should have took the 20 minutes to take off the part that was impeding your way. This is the difference between my videos and other people's videos. I don't only show you how to do something, I explain to you why you're doing it the way I'm freaking about to do it. Now to insert this bracket, I'm going to point myself this way because I'm right-handed. Got my 2 8mm bolts started here, and they are loose. At least they were. Okay, pointed this way, I'm going to take my right hand, and I'm going to go backwards up into here. I'm going to find my bracket, and then I'm going to run my hand down my bracket. In order to get this bracket lined up, it still needs to be semi-loose. But what I did was, I've taken a chisel and I've lined that hole up. Now I'm going to take and snug up these 2 bolts here on the top so it stays in that position, and then I'm going to start my little 6mm bolts that go in there. with them 2 bolts tightened up, we should be able to remove our punch out of there. And hopefully, pointed this way again, we can put our little 6mm bolts in there. Well, just because them frickin' bolts came out don't mean they're frickin' gonna go back in. I tried everything from every angle I could possibly get, even that last one, which generally works the best. It actually worked the best, but I couldn't get the frickin' bolts started. So, I'm gonna give you some tips on dropping out the alternator. Trust me, I fucked around with this for like 2 hours, and it took 20 minutes to take the alternator out. Much better. And I'm going to show you some simple tricks that make it really snazzy. 17mm 12-point socket, released the tensioner, pulled the belt off, and to keep that into position, if you use an Allen wrench like what I have up there, it'll hold that open so you don't have to compress it again when you take it off. Now it makes it a lot simpler to not only get the bolts out, but to put them back in as well. So let's go. And that's how you do it. This was not my normal step-by-step how-to video. I intended on making a how-to video on that other Sprinter van, which I will make, that will explain a lot of things in a lot greater detail, but most people probably just wanted to see what I had removed to get down to that tensioner. I do highly recommend using an OEM tensioner, and INA is definitely not OEM, no matter what the websites say. If you've got a question for me, you can look me up on Clay's AC and Auto Repair on the Facebook Messenger. Send me a DM. I'll try to help you with your automotive needs, but I cannot help you with your baby mama drama. I've got my own. My name's Clay from YouTube The Clay Way here near Grand Rapids, Western Michigan. And if you found this video interesting, informative, you kind of like my sense of humor, maybe you even think I'm a super sexy guy. No, Clay, that's not what any woman has ever said. Maybe some dudes, but definitely no women. We don't judge down here, but we don't swing that way either. Please consider subscribing, clicking the notifications, sharing my videos, give me them sweet old thumbs up. Never forgetting that if anyone else can do it, you can do it too. Don't be the next to them, be the absolute first to you. God bless, folks, and have the greatest of days.